Welcome back to this another live session trading with currently with this next session coming up with ADP non-farm employment change, trading with this one here, guys, ready for the big one coming up. You're looking at this market at the moment. Welcome. Welcome back to this live session. Now, after the previous session, we have seen there was significant change in the market sentiment here. And the market has come down for a pullback. We see that coming up, ADP non-farm employment change. There was a bullish impulse back to the upside here in this market. And with that bullish impulse, the price started to pull back later here. So looking at the 1 hour chart that we can see, there was in fact a huge bullish impulse in that market. Early, we have seen that from this daily support, from this daily low, there was a bounce in this market. Now, it is currently in a bullish impulsive move back to the upside here. Are you guys ready for a potential bullish move in that area with the coming up news? And we might see that here potentially what I think that ADP non-farm employment change could lead that market back above here with the coming up spike. And as the market is coming with a, if we look at here, we might see that potentially bigger spike coming up due to the fundamental coming up, and we are looking forward to see that the market is possibly moving up here with another impulse back to the upside. If you look at the lower time frame here and the higher time frame, we will be looking at the full analysis. Now, daily chart, we have seen with the market open, initially the price has bounced off that level. Now, with that bounce, what we have seen early, the price has made its initial movement back to the upside. If you look at the 1 hour, you can see that pullback that happened here. Now, with this pullback, are we going to see another bounce back to the upside or coming back below to this long-term support level? Let's understand it here, what is happening in this session. As what is going up is likely to go up, that's the law of trading. So in this market, from the 1 hour, if we look at, we can see that there is an impulse back to back 3 hours. There was a pullback in this market. What you could see now, a potential rejection back again with another impulse in this market. So we are waiting for 5 minutes to go for the news to come up. What's your thought for the ADP non-farm employment change? Welcome. Are you buying now? We are waiting. We are preparing for an entry as coming up in 5 minutes to high impact news. It is good idea to wait for the data to come up so that we can avoid any kind of impulse that coming up. The way the market structure is showing, there is a, if you look at here, you can see there is a bull flag here in that area, and with that bull flag, from that bull flag, the market has created an impulse back to the upside, and we could see that the price from this support level could continue to rise back here to create a new higher high in this market. So that being said, here is that the price is showing up to possibly break that resistance line, because a bull flag, as a rule of thumb, should be breaking to the upside. So are you ready for an impulse here in this market? So I'm going to start a poll here before the news to come up 3 minutes to to see what's your view on coming up ADP non-farm employment, ADP non-farm employment change. In terms of gold, welcome. Do you think that spike up or spike down? Share your thought using casting a vote here. And this is a bull flag. And are we going to see that breaking to the upside from that bull flag, or we could see a rejection back below? So what's your thought on this one here with the upcoming ADP non-farm employment change? Now, from this support level, what you can see, this is as a rule of thumb, a bull flag should be breaking above here, should be breaking to the upside to create a new higher high in that market. So if we see that in 3 minutes time, the spike coming to the upside, we could see that the price to go ahead and hit that resistance line. And with that being said, we should be able to see the market to breaking above. And once we see the break above, if you look at the 1 hour, we can see that we may be able to see the market to give us an entry from a key support level. The spike potential is showing up to the upside here in this market. We have 1 more minutes to go for the data to come up. Ready for a move here? I had some running trade that I had to close as the news coming up. So let's wait for the entry. And if the spike is bringing the price back below here, we could see the market to give us new entry. And the calendar, what's the pending data? It's not coming up yet. We have another one coming up 12 a.m. which is in my zone, which is 2 hours later. There's nothing come up yet. Okay, that spike back to the upside as we discuss here. And okay, so as the pullback here in this market, from the 1 hour perspective, the market has broken above from this level with a one single move back to the upside. And if you guys look at it, you can see this is a initial bounce from this support level. 4 hour chart, this is the intraday price action has formed here. The price has created this low, and for us to get an entry, because it's a bull market, the price tested this resistance as support, expecting it to bounce off that level. And 1 hour price action that you can see, the session's low is here. ADP non-farm employment change minus 32k. The forecast was positive 52k minus 32k. So that is showing that DXY was bearish and fueling that move. You can see that it's directly reflecting on DXY, which is getting the rejection back below. Along with the dollar yen, we can see the downside here with the ADP non-farm employment change. The data has come out to be significantly low than the forecast. So which is, we can see the dollar yen is coming back down along with the DXY. And that's also getting fuel on gold here. And we can see the market is showing that upside bias, which we could see the market to remain bullish here in that move. So this is bull flag has broken to the upside here. Now where we are looking for entry is that the market to retest that session low. This is the 1 hour price action. And now what we have 40 minutes for this candle, this 1 hour candle to close, expecting the market to potentially come back here to retest this support and then to return again back above here in this market. So if you look at from this support level where there is a bounce, expecting the market to drop down here for another retest and then to reject again back above to create a new higher high in this market. So looking at the lower time frame, here is the bullish price action that you can see. We are looking at that market to retest and then to return again back above. So for us to get an entry on the lower time frame, this is the 1 minute chart, and I'm going to look at here now a possible retest of this lower time frame price action for us to get an entry opportunity in this market. 30 minutes price action as well, bullish. So what we are looking at is with the candle close or before the candle close, the market to retest and then to return again back above to the major direction of the trend. Are you going to see a move back below here? This is a bullish market, and the 4 hour candle showing that it's also significantly rejecting from this lower price. We would like to see the market is coming for another retest here in that area. And 1 minute chart, it's a very interesting structure. Would like to see the price is breaking back below to this intraday support level, and we see some lower time frame bearish move is coming here in that area. Okay, getting some rejection back below, and I'm going to place a pending order here now on the session's low. And here, if the market drop back below for another retest to the session's low, I'm going to go long. I'm interested to go long, but I would like to see the market has done enough rejection back below for another bounce up from this level, potentially creating a double bottom here or higher low from this inverted head and shoulder before it bounce off that level. This is currently showing bullish market structure. At any point, we could see that the market to return again to the major direction of the trend. While dollar yen also I'm keeping on my list. If dollar yen from the 1 hour perspective, the price is going to hit that key resistance line again, we will be looking to sell dollar yen here as well. We can see the 30 minutes bearish engulfer. Dollar yen has a higher probability for a retest of this imbalance here in that area. If you look at the 15 minutes and the 30 minutes chart, that you can see dollar yen showing that significantly downtrending market structure here in this market. Here we can see the lower time frame price action on gold is showing here that the market potentially could return back below in that area. All right, so you can see the market is trying to break that low, which I'm going to place now a buy limit from this level with nearly to $75 pip stop loss, expecting it to revert again from the zone to the high. We can take bigger profit target later, but at the moment I'm placing buy limit on gold for this the market to retest that session's low and then to reject back again to the upside here in this market. So placing buy limit on gold at 3878.48. Stop at 3870.98. TP target here at 3890.84. So place the buy limit here on gold, and we are looking at in this market for a possible upside bias. So place that buy limit here. We are at the trade. The trade got activated as soon as we place the pending order here, and this is a breakup structure here completely from the 4 hour that you can see it has dropped back down to this support level, and 30 minutes market structure potentially be we see there is a rejection. So you got activated, you got to active the trade, and from the place you place the buy limit and expecting it to go up further, and as soon as it will reach decent move, that you can see it's getting some rejection from the high. So looking at here, this is the 30 minutes price action, and we have bought from the session's low, and looking for a rejection from this bull flag that you can see it has created, and we are looking here for the market to potentially revert again back above here to this key level. If the market reverting back here to this resistance line, we will be taking the profit out of the market. We want to see that moving at least to from here our entry to 40 pip to 50 pip up will be a good entry, a good profit taking zone that we can take up. We want to take it a quick scalping move, and are you guys ready for any profit taking coming very soon? Pushing the price potentially back above. We would like to secure this trade here from this zone, and then we will be looking for further entry. It's getting some rejection from that level. So that is showing potentially the market to go up for a deeper move. And here is your ad, guys, and I'd like to take some decent move here. We're up to 18 pip. Right, moving back up, expecting it to go up to hit that key level. Here though we see some the market is trying to fall back. Is this market trying to reverse, or we could see that rejection back above? What's your thought on this? If we see that reversal, we might be able to see opposite directional bias in this market. All right, so the market structure showing that there is a liquidity gap and so from the 1 hour has that the price has created so far a rejection from the top. So we looking to see that this price action is what I think potentially could have a rejection, or we will see that trend continuation here. So from the 1 minute chart, I will be observing the price action here a little more to see where it is be heading. So if we see that the market is here, the potentially the price action showing that to So this is a bull flag, and we are almost again entering at our entry area. The market structure here is from this level. We are waiting for a bounce of that level. So far okay, slowly the market potentially trying to break that low here. So that means we might see that the market sentiment might change here. So I would like to see that how the market structure is building that momentum in that area, because the way the market structure is forming, it might try to break this low in that direction. So we will not be running too long, and this trade will be waiting for the price to have a spike potentially, and then to going out accordingly. So there is a breakup structure. We might see that the market to possibly to return well below here, and so the candle close coming on the 1 hour, and It's a very interesting market here. So we are looking to see a rejection back, which is that as the candle close coming. This is the recent level of resistance. Once the market cross our entry, we will be out with the trade with the running profit, as there is a, if you look at here, it's coming with the rejection, but this is a significantly overextended market here. So looking to see that before the 1 hour close, the market to return again back above here in that area. So that is where approaching that level, key level. This is the, if you look at the 15 minutes price action, closing with also as a doji. Candle close important. From the 5 minutes, are you going to see potentially a pin bar here? Some bullish bias that you could see here. So if you look at the 5 minute chart, that you can see it's trying to form a possible bullish reaction from this level. As looking at the 1 hour price action, 1 hour candle closing, if we look at, it's a big bear candle that we have seen from here, from this top, there was a rejection. So but you could see that if this candle closing above, we are expecting that the next one to possibly to come down here for weak fill, and the price action on the 1 minute is looking to see that it's getting back up here with a one single bounce to this key level of resistance. And there is a weak fill. price action showing that we might see downside here. So that means now from the 1 hour candle close coming up, so it might get back below, so we have to look for possible market sentiment change. And 5 minutes price action that we can see it's a strongly bearish here at the moment. So sentiment changes, and with this change in sentiment we're going to wait for a bigger drop here. So out with the trade, looking for to see the candle close on the 1 hour, and then we can for further re-entry. Welcome. Yeah, this is a massive rejection from the high. So with this one single rejection from the top, the price has moved back below, and as 1 hour candle closing, we'll be looking for the modified trading opportunity with a new market structure. Right, so if you look at here, you can see this is the market structure changes, and this is the 1 hour price action where has completely broken back below. Now this is most likely we'll see that now this 4 hour price to drop below here 3853 level. So you could see the market to eventually drop well below to this the 4 hour support level. We might see that complete breakdown here the way the market structure has built. So So this is a complete breakdown below here in this market. So, and because the market has completely rejected from the high, we could see that this market to drop down here well below to this level. So as there is a candle close coming on the 1 hour chart, we will be waiting to see that how the pullback coming on the lower time frame, and then we can enter for a potential sell trading opportunity in this market for a possible break below to this market to create a new lower low here. Also, how this 5 minutes candle closing, if you look at it, you can see it's breaking back below, and that is showing that we might see that this market to come back well below to create a new lower low. And this 1 hour price action is a complete breakdown, and also the very high volatile market. Each candle is creating for a downside momentum. This is a massive fair value gap, and the market is filling that fair value gap without any proper pullback. So if we look at the 1 hour, we can see that it's a one single drop down here with a single move back below, and or you see that gold is going to, if you look at the daily, you can see the market has almost dropped to that daily support level. So looking at the 1 hour and the lower time frame, we can see the market has completely broken back below, and we could see that bounce from this level here. From the 1 hour, this is pretty big move on a single session, and we could see that deeper pullback here. This might be we might see what I think now a possible pullback, and this is a very pretty stronger drop down here in that market, and there is a crossover of 10 and 20 EMA. We're looking for the market to possibly, what I think here, it just like the previous day we saw that there was a massive breakdown, and currently the market has tested the 20 EMA and possibly to return again back above to crossing that high to create a new higher high. Or if the market continue to trend down here, that might lead the price back below. So it's more of looking at the potential the market structure for the longer term. So currently our another zone that we can look for potential selling if the market reject back again to 3887 or 3888. That's gonna be another area that we can look for selling if the price goes up for another pullback. On the other hand, if we see the continuation of the downtrend, we will be looking to sell accordingly from that area. All right, so here as the market structure started to change for this potential downtrend here in this area, we are looking to see that a pullback back to the upside to this 1 hour resistance line, and you can see slowly trying to build that momentum back above, which you could see that the market to go ahead retest that 4 hour high. And because it started to drop down from this high, very highly likely we could see the market, if it goes back up for another retest, to come back again to this key support level. And the possibility of happening is also higher, as the market has made significant break below in that area. Where are we looking at the next move here? This is a long wick candle in that area, waiting to see the market to bounce off that level and then to create a new higher high. So from the dollar yen perspective as well, the market, we can see that showing that stronger downtrend here in this market. And okay, the market structure showing that possibility to continue to downtrend, and it's getting that reaction again back below. So the possibility of a downtrend here is higher. So that means the price to, from the 1 hour, if we look at here, that the price to potentially to go back below here to the daily low. So breaking the daily low is high probability now, as this market has shown that downtrend. So we can look for sell entry as the market trend has significantly bearish. Now to enter the sell entry, we need to see a lower time frame bearish price action for an entry criteria from a key level of resistance line. So if you look at here, you can see this is the 1 hour market structure where the market is showing that downtrend, and you can see the price now going up for another retest. So we need to look at that retest and then to sell from that area of value. So this is a key level where the market is approaching that key level, and that's where I see the market is heading back to the upside to retest this resistance line in that area. So expecting it to bounce that level to retest the 1 hour resistance line and then to potentially return back to the this daily support level. We're getting that upside here. So for us to get an entry for this move, you can see this is the 1 minute chart, getting that rejection back above to cross that 1 hour high, and we see the 4 hour level as well. This is the current 4 hour resistance line. From this support level, getting the rejection back above to this key level. So this is the 4 hour resistance. Would like to see the market to go ahead and then to retest that intraday high for us to look for again sell to the downside. Now As we see the market slowly building that momentum, we would like to see the price again going back up to that level. And that is where, this is the 1 minute chart. As you can see, if the price bounce off that level to that liquidity zone from this, if you look at the bigger picture, that market structure like that, and breaking above is now possibly coming for an opportunity to sell. And when the market is going up to that 4-hour resistance, to that level here, we would like to see the market to go with one single bounce back to the upside, so that we can look for sell from that high. And that is the secret. So once we see that any key level is being hit by one single move, we are looking for entry to the major direction of the trend. So this is what we are looking at in this market, for the price to go ahead, retest, and then to return back again to this key level of support. Now you can see slowly it's building that momentum. 1 hour price action as well. Okay, so there is a reaction from the top, so that is showing that the possibility for further downside, or we could see that bounce off that level. And okay, so this is the 5 minutes, which is bearish engulfer, and it's keep pushing down. That means the market to possibly to break that daily low, so which is maintaining that downtrend. And because it's maintaining the downtrend, this is the 5 minutes bearish engulfer formation in this area. How did that impacted the price on dollar yen? As a bullish. So the 5 minutes bearish engulfer showing that the market is maintaining that downtrending market structure 4-hour candle that we can see it's closing back here, and it's gonna be a potentially massive move, guys, like that we did yesterday. Most likely we'll see the price to break that now 3853 level, and that level of breakdown that you can see is the possible move back here to the support level. Now, in this area, the price, there was a break of structure, rejected back again. The market, again, we see that there is an upside retest for this 1-hour candle to form. Now, from the 1 hour, the market structure has, if you look at, you can see it created that downtrending market structure here. And as the price is approaching that level, we are looking for here now possible sell trade, and we might see the market ultimately coming back here below this level. It's a strongly falling market at the moment, so where you can look for that potential entry, this is the 15 minutes price action trying to bounce off that daily resistance line, and that move that you guys can see from the 1 hour perspective, it's approaching that 1 hour resistance. And for us, for an entry to looking at here, this is the lower time frame, and there is a breakup trend line here, right? So this is a complete breakup trend line. Now from this level, are you going to see the market to break that low here, respecting this resistance line? Okay, now here, guys, this is where the market has created this move where the price bounced from that level, grabbed the liquidity, and then rejected back below here. So the way the market structure is forming, the possibility for this price to drop down to this 4 hour support level is higher. That means that to the daily support level. Now where we can find an entry, that's our key question here. The current 1 hour market structure is here, 15 minutes also trying to bounce off that level. What we are looking at for this market to potentially move up here to retest and then continue to drop down to create a new lower low in this market. So we are looking at here in this market that this is a bear market and multiple liquidity trigger, waiting to see the price is bouncing off that level here to the upside to create a new, if you look at here, you can see it's getting the rejection. Now we will be able to potentially open position once we see the price has rearrange itself for another move. You can see it broken above, broken below. It's trying to go again for another retest in that area. We will be able to open potential sell entry once the price managed to break this high here, and where is the sell entry level? So we are waiting for that level to be created. If you guys look at it, you can see that this is the market structure, the way it is creating here, the continuation of the trend, but there is a breakup structure. And as we can see the price from this high getting that rejection back below, what we are looking to see that the market having a potential rejection from the sessions high. The market is creating series of lower high and lower low, which is in a showing that it's a long-term downtrend in that area. And in that downtrending market, after multiple liquidity sweep in that area, the market is showing up that the price is preparing for a downside movement here in this market. Now 15 minutes price action, that is the price after this bigger drop. Currently this candle is trying to break that low below, which is showing that downtrend, and you can see there is a crossover of 10 and 20 EMA. We're waiting for the market to create a potential entry in that area. So it's a complete break below to this level, and highly likely you'll see the price to 3853 level to drop down back below with the current intraday candle close. So we are waiting to see the market to break this high here, the current intraday resistance line. That's where we are looking into the entry for this session to see how the market might be doing. We'll be taking a short 1 minute break and then we'll resume to see where our entry in this move. Okay, so the market here in that zone from the, if we look at the 1 hour price action is carrying that rejection again here for a potential pullback, and that move that we can see, it's now upside has broken that resistance line. You're looking to see the market around 3834 sell again, 3884 sell again, 3884. Outlook to even higher. If the market goes up, then my level that I would look to see is 3887, around 3880, because this is where if you guys look at it, you can see this is where the 4-hour resistance, and if the price bounce back there, we could see that one more drop back below to the support level. Now if the market goes up to retest that level, you want to see that one single bounce back above. This is what I always look at, that one single move is important to see that the price is heading back to that level. You can see 4-hour perspective that it is coming down, it's in a downtrend, but at the same time, if you guys look at that, this is key support level. Here is the 4-hour 10 EMA, the previous session's low. Now because this is the session's low, we are looking for that the market to possibly to break that low, and one single candle followed by another rejection back below. We see the 4-hour candle close coming up. We could see that this market to drop down. Now we have only 20 minutes for this candle to close. Before the candle close, if the market goes up, it's a sell opportunity. But before the candle close, if the market come down here, also could be that sell opportunity. This is now currently trending down. But what we are looking at here, guys, to see the market has bounced again for another rejection, and that's our opportunity from the 1-hour perspective here, that the market is potentially forming a doji. But in case this one closing as a red candle below, then the market possibly to trend down here. We'll be looking to see that this market is showing potentially upside again for sell. Dollar yen is maintaining that downtrending market structure that you can see, and you could see that potentially move back below on dollar yen, while we can see that gold is showing that the market to potentially break below or bounce off that level, depending on how the candle close is very important. The 4-hour candle close is absolutely important. If the candle closing here with a bearish rejection back below, we could see the trend continuation down here. From the daily that the market is in a downtrend in that area. Here is where you can see the market is showing that upside in that area, but at the same time the price could potentially break that low depending on how the 4-hour candle close. Here's the move. The market is moving up. There's an inverted head and shoulder here in that area, and the price is potentially creating that move in that area. So we will see that how the 1 hour and the 4-hour candle close is important, because if the price, the candle is closing here, the market trying to push back there, and the price is still left. If you look at the 1-hour candlestick pattern here, there's an imbalance still in the market in that area. So that imbalance could the market to potentially to test that zone again here in that market. So the bull's not getting enough confidence yet, but we could see that the potentially a change in sentiment here in that area. All right, so here is currently the market is showing up. Are you going to see that break above here? We have 4-hour candle close coming, and as the 4-hour candle close coming, we can see the price to possibly to go back up to retest before the candle close. That could give that market to sell again here in that area. Welcome. getting here upside potentially to continue its uptrend. This is an order block here on the 1 hour chart, and the market slowly trying to build that momentum back above, depending on, of course, how this candle closing. If it is closing here as a doji or the red candle, the market may still continue to drop here in that area. You can see the 1 minute chart as well. Trying to break that high with a long wick candle. Okay, so we see the price slowly building that momentum in that area with a long wick doji. That's very good. Thank you. As you can see, the market is, this is the 1 hour market structure. The price is building that momentum back below. It's carrying the reaction again. So if you guys look at this is the 1 hour market structure, right? So we see the price in that area, the price immediately has got rejection from that area. Now with that rejection, that you can see the market started to trend back down. This is the 1 minute and the 5 minute chart. The way the market structure is building up the momentum, we could see what I think that this market to possibly return back well below to this key support level. This is the 4 hour and daily support level. If you look at the daily market, you can see that from this high, the price rejected back below. And with that rejection, the market started to trend here in that area. And with that trend, this is the 4-hour market structure that you can see showing that continuously bearish move. And from the 1 hour, we see this is also building a very narrow doji with this bigger bearish candle followed by a narrow doji. Now in 8 minutes time, this candle closing, if the market candle closing here on the 1 hour, the possibility for this price to break below is way more higher than anything else. So that being said, looking at lower time frame, we are looking for short-term sell in that area. We can see the market here whenever it's going up, getting long wick rejection. That long wick rejection represents that the market trend to potentially to remain bearish. And today's price action, what we could see that eventually dropping down back below in this support level at 3853 level. Do you think that the market is dropping to 3853 level, or you think the price will bounce off that level again? What's your view on that? You can share in the live chat. Yeah, welcome. We can see the market is showing that rejection here in that area. And okay, so what kind of market structure is building here in that area? So you can see that it's trying to, it has broken back below and trying to create an upside momentum. If you look at here, we can see that this is the 1 hour market structure, and the way the market structure is building that momentum here is the 4 hour price action is getting the rejection from the top. And very narrow doji formation on the lower time frame, and you can see this is the 15 minutes market structure building that momentum potentially to create a new market structure here. How this candle closing is important. And coming up, Joel's job opening. not Charles Trupani, it's ISM service PMI. Welcome. Forming a lower time frame doji, and if the market, if you guys look at 2 minutes time coming ISM service manufacturing PMI, which is we can see that a high impact news that definitely will have an impact in the market. If this news coming up, changing the market sentiment potentially, as if you look at mostly likely looks to me that drop to support at trend line at around 384041 and bounce from there. What I think that the possibility for this market to break that low is, if you look at here, you can see this is the support level, right, which is key support level, and this support level is here is the most important part. Look at this one here, guys, how the market is as the 4-hour candle close. Now, if the market with the spike going up to 3887, which is important level that we are looking at for this move, that's going to be another great area to sell. If the market drop from this zone, then here we are looking at in that market. So the way the market structure is building that momentum, we could see the price to come back here to come to this support level. And getting the rejection with a ISM service, ISM manufacturing PMI. Let's drop, break that level. So the 4-hour price action, if you guys look at the candle close with a long wick, and now if this market going to hit that 3888 level is where our sell entry. Otherwise, we'll be waiting to see if the price is coming back below. And it is still bear market at the moment in that area. If the market turns to bull market, we'll see that where it is heading back to. In this area that you can see longer little bigger bull candle has been created, and with that bullish candle expecting the market to trend potentially back below to this support level. And the key here is to look for the trade that has given us the better outcome from each one of them. It's getting that rejection back below. As the monthly, there is a new monthly candle open, we could see that the market to react in a different way, because there is a monthly close, a new monthly open, the market structure changes, sentiment changes. So that's what we're looking at. Prices start to break below, which is an important level. Looking at 15-minute chart, it seems that the price will retest the today's low and possibly drop even lower. I think so. I agree with that notion that the market potentially to break today's low and potentially even break further below. A high probability that the market could break that low is because if you guys look at the daily, you can see this is the daily market, where after previous daily long week here, the price has initially bounced off that level, and currently the market is rejecting back below, where it's trying to build that momentum. And even what we could see that the market to, after this retest, the price to drop. If this market fail, which is most likely, we will see the price to drop back below here, and this drop could lead even the market to come back here and then to revert like that. So this is a high probability because of the longer term market sentiment, that if you guys look at, you can see this is the monthly close, right? And there's the monthly open. The price in this monthly price action and the weekly, there is a possibility for deeper pullback here. And daily price, if you look at it, you can see this is the previous daily candle. It left a long wick in that direction on the daily. And because it left a long wick in that direction, that the price potentially to grab more liquidity from that area before it potentially bounce from that level. So here, if you look at, there is one step liquidity grab, 1 hour drop, and this is a green candle. This, if we could see the market to break further below, because the market left a big imbalance in that area. Imbalance is very important to look at, because the market moves normally from imbalance to the imbalance. So because it left an imbalance here, we might see the price to break that low and then to revert again back above in that area. Here is the, you can see it managed to create a liquidity grab in that area that might lead that price back below here in this zone. And there is a long wick. If you guys look at it, you can see with that long wick candle, the price, the way we see liquidity trigger, that the possibility for this market to drop back below is higher. Here is the high probability the market will potentially and eventually could lead back below to this daily low. And okay, so how the market structure is building that momentum? Quite a few narrow doji formation here. If you look at the 5 minutes, you can see the price is with a long wick rejection. The market is maintaining that downtrending market structure here and expecting the price to potentially continue to drop down here to this long-term support level. Okay, slowly creating long wick candle in that area, and that is potentially bringing that price back below with a stronger liquidity grab. And what we see as the market is maintaining the downtrend, we will be looking to see that the price to possibly coming back here to this daily low. And 4-hour chart, if you guys look at it, you can see it's currently showing that the possibility to break below is higher. This is less likely the market will be able to cross this high, as there's one single move we have seen upside and then rejection back below in that area. Complete sideway, but at the same time building slowly a downtrending market structure, grabbing liquidity from the top, carrying the rejection back below here in this market. It's coming back below here to the major direction of the trend, and we should see the price to break that low, which is the daily 3853 level, and then even breaking back below further to that downside here in this market. How do you determine the directional bias? Is not only the trend, but also how the structure has been built in those areas. That's where you need to look at as a trader when you are understanding the directional bias in the market. And this green candle, we can see that it's a one single move back to the upside, and the price now slowly building that momentum from their level. We could see that the price potentially to come back below here to this support level where there is a high liquidity, and with a multiple doji formation. Now the current 1 hour resistance is here, sessions high, and with the 15 minutes candle close, we're going to see another retest of that level, which is possible to see, and then to return again back from that level to return back below from this zone here. Sometimes this consolidation could mean that the market to possibly get back here. Now this kind of consolidation is less likely to act as a reversal pattern. Instead, we could see the market to return again back in the support level. Getting the reaction from the high, and yeah, so the market structure here building for possible break below in this area. Now 1 hour price action, that you can see the price from this high has created this momentum, and in the first 15 minutes it has tested both directional bias from high to low, and looking at that level for an entry. You're looking for an entry in that area, as the market is still haven't got out what setup are you trading, buy or sell. We are on a consolidation pattern that we are looking for entry. The possible directional bias here to be bearish at the moment, and we just need to see the price breaking out from that level. If you guys look, it's a very narrow consolidation after the news. That consolidation cannot be traded. Once we see the price has broken in one direction and then reacted back below here, the way the market could do is to break that 1 hour high or to retest this session's high. So this is the 1 hour price action, and as you can see, we might see that the price to break that or retest that level and then to have another rejection back below. waiting for a clear directional bias. Guys, you can see that here it's again creating multiple liquidity trigger with multiple rejection candle, potentially forming head and shoulder, and that is where looking to see the price to drop down here to retest that lower shadow of this candle. And as we are progressing with the new NY session, looking to see an entry, and here it's on a sideway. It's always a good idea is to wait for that breakout from that structure. As if you guys look at it, you can see from here, this is a more pullback sideway. We could see another wave of drop here in that market, and we'll be waiting for that price to potentially continue to trend, and that's what we will be entering into the trade as soon as we find that suitable entry in this market. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live session as with our previous session and this session. Looking forward to see that some trade coming later, and as soon as we find that entry, we'll be looking into the trade and also sharing in the group for those who are following me in the academy. That being said, thank you for joining, and I'll see you again very soon trading live together. Until that, stay well, stay happy.